So this is a quick demo of how to check your wheel sizes. I would start with a simple object. If you want to check the design dimensions, you want something that will print quickly, all right? Because we just want to check our nail diameter or our axle hole diameters. So we don't want something that's going to print a ton of material. So suggestion number one is make your object really thin, all right? So the default is 20 millimeters right here. I'm going to go with 3 millimeters, right? So we got this nice flat piece that won't take a ton of material and it'll print quickly, and so I can figure out how big do I want my opening to be. If you want to make really carefully measured circles, you want to bring in your cylinder object and make it a hole, and then if you click on the edge, you can type in exactly how big you want these. So let's try 1.45, 1.45. So now it makes it exactly 1.45 millimeters in both directions. Make sure you do both directions the same, which is why I'd recommend typing them in instead of trying to click and drag, because if you try to drag, it is very likely that you will end up with an oval instead of a circle, because it's very hard to get both axes exactly the same. And especially the tolerances we're looking at are even lower than the grid. So the grid down here has a snap to the nearest millimeter. If you want to drag these, then you have to change this to probably 1/10 of a millimeter difference. Right? So I would also recommend, when you are testing different axle diameters, test more than one on the same piece. So so we know this one is our 1.45. Well, let's try something a little bit bigger. All right. So actually, easier way to do that. If you select the existing one, you can do a copy and paste. So you do a Control-C, Control-V, and then I literally just made another one right there. And we'll zoom in so you can see that better. Come on. Zoom in. No? There we go. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom. Zoom. No? All right. So there's 2 of these. And are these even into the... Oh, so there we go. So we can look to make sure that they're lined up, and it looks like they're sort of lined up. Let's move this over a little bit so it's not so close to the edge. That's fine. All right, so let's take our new one and click on our little corner here. So if we want to make this bigger, then we can turn this into what I would recommend. I'm just going to tell you this to save you all some time. Even though you can design in Tinkercad down to the 100th of a millimeter, and you can measure with calipers to the 100th of a millimeter, your printers cannot print 100ths of a millimeter. Okay, so you can type in whatever 100th of a millimeter you want, but you won't actually see any difference on the machine when you actually go make it. All right. The best you'll get is 1/10 of a millimeter. So we'll try 1.55.
Game, no exceptions. You must wear those wristbands to get in. You must wear them throughout the game.
Yeah, you won't really see any difference on the actual opening if you only go by 100.
Seated during the game, but here's something that I need to stress: make sure during the game you are loud, you are supportive, and you are positive. We're going to cheer for, not against. You are not permitted to yell derogatory to an individual player, and we are there. Yes, cheering is not yelling at the opposing players, cheering for them on the victory tonight. Plenty of police talking tonight. Remember, in the student section, it is only current students who are going to fight left the school. Once again, come out. Oh, the theme, I forgot to mention, is blackout. Once again, the theme is blackout.
I'll post them in a minute. All right. Good luck, people.